time has come. Rugby World Cup final. In for a big day. But welcome to Saturday Sit Down. We're going to have a chat about the rugby, the cricket, URC, and we'll add some other things. Thanks for joining and enjoy. Welcome to the Saturday Sit Down with your couch coaches. With me as always, my assistant coach Bjorn. Bjorn, brother, how are you doing?
Bro, it's going well as always. Another bumper packed weekend of sports. So, as a sports fan, you can't complain. And yourself, how's it going your side?
Bro, the nerves, you know how tonight.
Yeah, you told me you couldn't sleep last night, eh?
Bro, okay, fair enough. The games here for me, the World Cup games, are 2 a.m. So I watched England, Argentina. And after that, bro, it was I'm just thinking the whole time about the Bokke, bro. The Bokke.
Bro, you booked before, eh? You booked before. You got that proper Bokke fever. But I mean, it is exciting. This is the destiny match. I mean, you called it. You called it before the World Cup. You said that you were back in this one for the final. Both teams going for a fourth, so it's gonna be fucking exciting. I think both these teams it's gonna be war. They're gonna be putting their lives on the line tonight.
It's gonna be a fucking battle, bro. Battle. But let's get started then on the World Cup, bro. So we'll start with the game last night, Argentina-England. Bro, for one thing for me, like, that I was worried about, all these pundits talking about, like, South Africa being overworked, because of the last two games. But I was glad to see that England, they didn't look too overworked, bro. And obviously they came off that massive clash against us, and the guys didn't look like they were burnt out in any way. What do you think on that?
The third and fourth place one for me is always is a weird one. The match itself, because obviously traditionally it has been around, so people want to play for it. It's an honor. It's like an honor thing to get the bronze medal. But for a lot of these players, they would kind of go into this with a bit of a lax attitude. I feel like, you know what I mean. You don't really want to risk an injury or something that doesn't really matter. You don't want to ruin your club season as well. I mean, the URC starting, so for a lot of these players, they're gonna have, like, even Boffelli from Argentina, he plays for, is it Edinburgh, I think, so he's gonna be concerned about his club season going forward. But it's interesting, like you say, the English looked really up for the game. I don't know, what are your thoughts on the match?
Well, I think it was a pretty good quality.
Did you
game.
enjoy it? I was a bit bored, eh? That's maybe why I'm feeling like I can't even remember much that happened. I remember a lot of kicking. Then it was like England took the lead early on, then Argentina came back, and then it just seemed like England were going to win it. And I felt like even before the match, Argentina had that X factor, but England just seemed more like a World Cup, not winning side, but like they were more likely to get the third place medal.
Yeah, bro, it was. If when you think of it like that, it was like a third place playoff game. Like, you think of Sanchez missing that kick to tie up the game towards the end. Like, imagine that in a semi-final or the final, bro. That's like heartbreaking. Obviously, like, his last game, you saw he was pretty emotional after the game. But like, you think of a moment like that, it's not as critical and not as big if it had been into a more competitive game. So I get what you're saying about it being kind of
it's like a dull game, you know what I mean? It's a kind of a nothing game, especially with the South African game coming up today. It just felt like it was like a bit of a meh game. I don't know. Just there wasn't much for me in the game that I can even remember what happened. Like, the main thing I remember was the Carreras try, the fly off when he broke through and he did those little steps. Excellent try there. Yeah. But besides that, and like Marcus Smith, I remember getting a few good clearances, but I don't remember much, eh?
Yeah, pretty average game. But it's a good little curtain raiser for the main game, the World Cup final. Russia and Jacques going with the 7-1 split again, bro. What you think about that?
Obviously, it's going to depend on injuries. Injuries are going to be huge in this one. We can't afford to lose like Faf. So it's just another interesting game going, obviously, for what the Springboks are looking to do. We saw against England, we went with a 7-1 split in the final in 2019, and how effective that was. Jock and they want to put 7 forwards on at the same time, I'm assuming, and just bash the All Blacks in the second half again. It could backfire, like I say, if there's any injuries. But I think it's going to be a very, very, very good game. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, but I think it worked against them the first time we did it against them, bro. Like we smashed them. You know what I mean? You don't change a winning formula, bro. There's no need. So it's like it was in the beginning, a lot of talk about it and things like that. But you can't really, let's say, plan for injuries. You expect everyone to be okay, everyone to persevere, and we've obviously got guys who can fill in. Obviously not like world class. Like it's not ideal to have Ches and Colby filling in at 9. But if it needs to be done, it gets done, bro. You know what I mean? Obviously, he's trained there in the week. It's not like he's gonna come in there and not know what's going on. And
another big call. Yeah, sorry.
I think they know what they're doing, bro. It worked in the last game we played against New Zealand, so we have to back it, bro. We have to back it. It is what it is. Yeah,
I hear what you're saying, but there was like, if you look at the lineup announced, I think it's the most experienced South African lineup of all time. One big call was made was with Pollard coming in. We both expected it to be made, but no Marnie even in the 23. What do you think about that?
Yeah, bro, that is a big call. Obviously, like, it was probably a big call for them going up 7-1 or versus 6-2 with Marnie and Willie.
Yeah.
For them to like not back Marnie over Willie is a bit of a strange one for me. I think if I think of what Marnie can do and the positions he can play, we have Damian Willem, so in the positions he can play, I don't see really a need for Willie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I think it's just experience. Yeah, I was literally about to say, I think it's just the experience, and I think that's what it's coming down to.
Yeah, but bro, it's just it's.
But do you need? But that's the thing. Do you need flair? You don't really need Marnie in a final. No offense to him. I think he's been really good so far this tournament. But you don't really need like that flair type of player. If you look at the past World Cups and especially the finals, it's never really been one via flair. It's usually down to experience, cool heads, composure, and goal kicking.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like you say. It's in my opinion, Marnie offers a bit more, but in terms of experience, you can't buy time, or you can't buy time. So fair enough, bro. We'll have to see what they do. All Blacks team. You look at that team. You think that team can beat us, bro?
That's the thing. I don't. When I look at paper. They've also got a lot of experience, obviously, but the All Blacks just haven't been the same side since the Springboks actually, or like this African sides left Super Rugby. I think since we saw that move, the All Blacks rugby has taken a bit of a downfall, especially the forwards, and I think that's due to the fact of them not having the big South African forwards clashing into them every week. So when you lose that, you actually. Well, actually, let me put it this way. When you see the impact that also the South African teams have had in the URC for teams like Ireland, Scotland, and these teams, and how much they've improved. Even England. So you can see out of all 4 the URC nations, all 5, 3 of them qualified for the knockout stages. And actually, if you think about it as well, 2 of them are highly ranked to be favourites, Ireland and South Africa. So I think that's a big factor that's actually hindered New Zealand rugby is us being left out, and that's by their own detriment. They wanted us gone. So when you look at the squads, and we've mentioned it before as well, South Africa probably has like 2 or 3, possibly pushing even 4 world-class forward packs, where we've always lacked maybe a little bit in the backlines, not during the banner years obviously, but always throughout South African rugby we've been known as a good forward team. Like these powerhouses, and not always having the backline to match it. But I think we actually do have that now, and that's why I'm backing the South Africans once again.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I completely agree with you. You just think of that us leaving the Super Rugby. Look what's happened to Australia. I think that New Zealand's level of competition between them keeps them on that level where they are now. You know, just there. But you know, you look at Australia. Look at the downfall they've taken from. But you can probably count that down to us leaving Super Rugby and their competition.
I agree.
Because even in Super Rugby, bro, all they're doing is just taking hidings from New Zealand, bro. They're not. It's not in a long time where I've seen like the Brumbies or the Waratahs being very competitive. I mean, Waratahs had that run where they lost a silly amount of games, like last year. Remember?
Yeah, and it's a very open style of rugby that they have down there, where they move the ball around a lot. Whereas we see in the north where we now, it's a more technical based game. And like we just said, World Cup finals is a technical. It's almost like a chess battle in some instances. So that's another reason why I'm backing the Bokke.
So back to Boca. Let's just hope, bro. Let's just hope from everyone, the millions and millions, bro, the support. These guys, they just have to pull it through for us.
South Africa's gonna be on fire tonight.
And what it's gonna be like this week and tonight, bro. It's
Bruce, South Africa's gonna be on fire tonight. It's gonna be on fire tonight in South Africa. I know you down in Russia, so you're gonna have to do your own little South African thing there. But I think the country itself is gonna be on fire tonight. You must see the rugby jerseys on the streets getting sold out. I think people were waiting in hours in Pick n Pay, bro, for Pick n Pay clothing because they had like a good deal on the Springbok tops. People were waiting hours in the shops for the new shipments to come in and stuff. So it's been really this whole week has been Boca crazy. I think Cyril Ramaphosa even said that if the Boca win, we're gonna get a public holiday. So there's another reason for the Boca to get the victory, bro, so we can have a fucking day off.
Yeah, bro. But moving on to other South African teams, moving on to the Proteas in the Cricket World Cup, picking up a tight win against Pakistan last night. I don't know if you watched that game. I managed to catch the highlights.
I did. I thought we were gonna get it quite comfortably. We went one stage. We were 188 for 4, and then we had a little bit of a niggle there in the middle. But all in all, South Africa, the Proteas, I think we're doing excellent so far this World Cup. One blip against the Netherlands. No one saw that one coming. I guess hopefully everyone had that one off day against the Netherlands and we don't have another one. But surprisingly, I can actually see the Proteas winning this World Cup for the first time. And let me tell you why. Because this is the first time, I think, in history that the Proteas have gone into a World Cup where people haven't said that they're the favourites to win it or we're going to be the best. Everyone's been quiet about the Proteas. You've hardly even heard like anyone speak about them. Maybe it's due to the Rugby World Cup being on, but I think there's something to it. But people just didn't think the Proteas had it. We were struggling to qualify, all those things. And then the next moment, Quinton de Kock can't stop hitting runs. Markram's batting nicely. So I think the Proteas could go all the way.
Yeah, but I think a game like yesterday is actually good for them, put them under pressure a little bit and see that they can pull it through when they are under pressure, Like you said, they've flown under the radar, but I think it's just not like we've always had those flashy big names, AB, Faf, all those. I think
our batting's been amazing, though.
Yeah, this new generation, bro, they can really, if they can do this, bro, they take that World Cup curse off our backs. It'll be fantastic. But we'll have to see how they go.
Any other teams? I can see it, eh?
Yeah, any other teams are looking good for me. India, as always, looking solid.
Yeah, India, and it's in India. Do you know what I mean? Like they got the home crowd advantage. They love the sport. They probably like worldwide. For India, it's definitely their number one love sport. You see how much the top guys are making. Virat Kohli's, the Sachin Tendulkar's making hundreds of millions. So it's gonna be I also agree with you. I think the Indians are gonna do very well.
Yeah, for sure. But let's move on then. The Prem, bro. We've done our Prem preview, so we'll just have a look at last night's game. Tottenham picking up the win there, bro. Heung-min Son.
Yeah,
told you, bro. Captained him for my fantasy league, and I thought Madison was also fantastic last night. He smashed that. He crossed that ball that guy scored the own goal with.
Own goal, Joel Ward. Yeah, Madison has been excellent for me. Definitely, probably signing of the summer so far. If you look at just Spurs in general, I think they've been fucking excellent in the transfer window, and I think that's mainly where their success is. I can't even say it. Where their success is coming from. You look at, like I mentioned earlier, Vicario at the back, the goalkeeper. Excellent so far. I think he's got the most clean sheets. And you look at Mickey van der Veen in the centre back. I think they got him from Wolfsburg. He's been outstanding. He is lightning fast. Reminds me a little bit of Saliba. Very tall. He's got like a big frame and super athletic. So excellent. And then Madison I think's been fantastic. And then also before I actually forget about him, Brendan Johnson got the assist for the song winner last night. So Spurs in general just flying. Hate to say it as an Arsenal fan, 10 games unbeaten. They're looking quite deadly this season. But they got a tough couple of fixtures coming up now. I think the second half of the season is going to be more difficult than the first.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, guys, have a look at our preview of this weekend, match week number 10. We have a look on our page and we'll have a check at what we think the results for the weekend are going to be.
Especially the Manchester, the derby. I think you guys will enjoy that one.
Yeah, bro. But let's move on. In URC, brother, URC game week 2.
Yep.
Looking
So we had,
good.
we had game week 1. So African teams looking really good. Bulls obviously top of the log at the moment. We've got Stormers also picking up a victory, even though it's against the Lions, my team. The Lions are looking strong as well. The way they came back,
Yeah.
I thought when they brought on their substitutions, the players we actually expect to start, the Ruan Frentzes, Henko van Wyk, I think we saw a big difference. Edwin van der Merwe also back this week. Obviously the Lions' best player over the last 2 seasons. He's outstanding. Probably should be in the Bokke team, but just unfortunate that he plays for the Lions, and we know how that goes. In general, Sharks also got a good few recruits this year. Franz Hoogaard obviously getting on in age, but still doing very well. They brought in Janti, Apiwe Janti, who's after his suspension. Are you excited to see him back?
For sure, bro. I think it's massive talent, brother. It's so unfortunate, the situation.
The breakthrough play of the year, just before he got suspended.
Yeah, but I think the quality, bro. Just we have to see if he's going to be game ready. And
that's what I was about to ask you. As a pro yourself, how much do you lose by actually being 4 years out of the game?
Bro, a lot. You can't beat around the bush, bro. I think it's a lot. And the problem is with that type of ban, it's not like you injured on the sideline and things like that. That's like you're not allowed near rugby. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is,
you can't do nothing.
You can go play some touch rugby with your mates or something like that. But I mean, that's probably the extent of where he's gone.
Yeah, you can't do anything like in a professional sense.
Yeah, so I reckon like preseason would have helped him for sure. I mean, he's a very like physically able guy. He's built well and strong guy. But we'll have to see, bro. It might take him a few games to get into the swing of things, you know. But he needs the opportunities, you know. I think now this weekend, Leinster, I don't know if he'll get a game. He didn't play last game.
He's on the bench.
Is he on the bench, eh? So he'll get some minutes. We'll have to see, bro. Hopefully, bro. In an ideal world, he comes on and he's flying again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was excellent. I mean, I miss him. I thought actually once he's done with his suspension, he would be back at the Lions. But obviously the Sharks doing really well to pick him up. He is from that side. He's from the coast, so obviously going back home. But out of the 4 SA teams, I think we could see possibly this year all 4 qualifying for the knockout stages.
Yeah, bro. I hope so, bro. The Sharks have kind of been underperforming. I think for the team that they have, they always tend to underperform. Stormers.
They spend a lot of money.
Yeah, bro. Stormers will always be there. I think. Looking at that
the
team,
talent
the
pool
guys
is
who
too
still
strong.
have to come back. Look at that. What's the boy's name? Sasha Feinberg Ngomazulu, da?
Yeah, Ngomizulu.
His talent.
He's world class. He's gonna be a proper player.
Good,
it's just gonna be interesting to see where he's gonna play, because I know he prefers to play as a fly half. So it's gonna be an interesting battle between him and Mani for that position.
Yeah. But you think of a player like this now, right? And you think of the Bokke team today. Imagine this guy was, let's say, 5 years older, experienced, and can play all those positions. Would he not have been perfect for the bench now?
No, I agree with you. He's pretty much going to be like the Damian Willemse 2.0, with probably, no offense to Damian, with probably a bit more skill.
Yeah, bro, he's fucking high.
And a better kicking game. He's got a superb kicking game, eh?
Yeah, bro, it just looks very calm, smooth, you know. They always say like guys with a lot of talent look like they've got a lot of time on the ball, and he's that guy, bro. You know.
That's the thing about the Stormers, though. They've got such a rich talent pool in that area coming from those schools.
Yeah.
I mean, even you look at someone like Kate Voluter, who had to come to the Lions to find some game time. And okay, he had a big injury, but he's another excellent player. A few years ago, he was part of the emerging Springboks, like rubbing shoulders with the likes of Alton Yankees and the rest of the Bokke team. So, I mean, the Stormers just that rich talent pool, and the Bulls probably the best recruiters in the country. They just seem to be snapping up quality players, whether it's youngsters or experienced players like Willie LaRue coming in. They also brought in Sergio Peterson. They brought in Gumere from the Sharks, who's another excellent loose forward.
Andrew Warthog, bro.
Akko back. Jaco van der Walt also back from Scotland. So they always just seem to be making very astute signings. That keeps them up there. like you mentioned about the Sharks, I thought the Bulls had a bit of an underwhelming season last year. So hopefully they can bounce back a little and get back to at least final contenders again.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining us for the Saturday sit down. We are the Couch Coaches. Today, big day for us, all South Africans.
The big one. South Africa on standstill. New Zealand on standstill.
The world on standstill. The Rainbow Nation on standstill, bro. For
number 4
23
incoming
points.
though. I know it. Number 4
4
is incoming today, guys.
Incoming, guys.
We're gonna cement our spot as the best in the world of all time. However you wanna say it.
Exactly. But guys, please like, please subscribe, leave some comments in the comment section. We'll get back to you guys. And until next time, this has been your Couch Coaches. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.